Hello, Radiant Soul. I am so excited to start 2019 off with a guided meditation all about the heart. For the heart is the center. It links the upper and the lower. It is said in the scriptures, out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. The heart helps us make decisions from beyond the place of ego and fear. Of course, the heart is key to connection, to love. And the heart helps to guide the direction we want to go in life at the core of who we truly are. So with that, if you are an essential oil user, I want to encourage you to go for a citrus oil. Orange, bergamot, neroli. If you want to get really fancy and you happen to have rose essential oil, go ahead and grab that. And then come back and find yourself in a comfortable seated posture. We won't go into the meditation right away, just a couple of more things to share about the heart. Our heart has a lot of energy flowing through it and from it. Physically, the heart is pumping a lot of blood, a lot of energy going to the muscle of the heart to make it work nonstop. But energetically, the heart has a lot of energy running through it as well. And when we get hurt, when we've been through some pain, our tendency is to shut the heart down and to put a lot of that energy of the heart into putting up defenses, walls, and guarding to protect us so we don't get hurt again. Now, I think the discussion of why we are allowed to be hurt is for another time. But let's look at how we can redirect the energy of the heart from being defensive to being open. And the way we do this is when we, especially if we're empaths, when we learn how to properly shield ourselves. When we put this shield around us through prayer, through essential oils, things like that, then our heart doesn't need to be focused on guarding itself, protecting itself. It's able to go, I can breathe, I'm safe now, I'm good, I can open up. So anytime we really focus on just being wise about shielding ourselves from outside of our heart, out at a distance from us, then the heart is just free to love, free to give love to self, free to exchange love with others. So what I'd like you to do, if you are using an essential oil, I'd like you to go ahead and put a drop on your non-dominant hand, and then reach up under your shirt or from the top and put a little bit of that essential oil on your heart. And then whether you're using essential oils or not, we're all going to join together in several deep breaths. If you're using oils, make what I like to call a scent tent. Put it up towards your nose. Take a deep inhale, breathing into the center of your chest, where the energetic heart is located. Exhale through the mouth, releasing barriers, fears. Breathe in again, deeply, deeply into the center of the chest. Imagine it's glowing emerald green in color. One more exhale through the mouth. And now breathe in one more time, very deep belly breath. And imagine that you're sending this breath to all parts of your being, mind, body, spirit, emotions. And if there's anything you need to release, exhale through the mouth to let go. Beautiful. Go ahead and leave your eyes closed. And I'd like you to visualize your heart as an impenetrable castle fortress high atop a hill. And see in your mind's eye this fortress guarded by a moat, by armed guards, knights in armor. Visualize even some modern day razor wire all along the top of the walls of this castle fortress. Impenetrable, armed guards, moat, no one is getting in unless you allow them. And maybe that's how your heart feels sometimes. Maybe you don't even want it to be, but you don't know how to open it again. And as you see all of these impenetrable deterrents to getting into your heart, I'd like you to just visualize these armed guards or these knights in armor just starting to slowly melt. See their shoulders slump down. If they're standing, visualize them just gently sitting down and melting. To give you a visual, if you as a child ever saw the movie Bedknobs and Broomsticks, a virtual army was made with knights from the museum, and at the end, they all just kind of melted and the armor fell down onto the ground. Imagine that. It just all melts and falls down. I'd like you to visualize that this fierce moat just suddenly starts to drain. The water goes away. And I'd like you to visualize the drawbridge coming down here like an old-fashioned wooden crank, cranking, slowly lowering that doorway drawbridge, connecting the fortress castle to the road. And I'd like you to see that the razor wire on top of the wall, it just melts as if it were made of chocolate in the sun. And see the sun just beating down on it and melting it. Now, as you explore the courtyard of your heart, castle, fortress, you see a lot of debris, a lot of hurt. This debris represents hurt, disappointments, unfulfilled dreams, heartaches. Visualize this debris. I'd like you to call upon God or the angels to come in. Say, I am opening my heart. Come in and remove this debris for me. One amazing teacher used to say, imagine that the angel has a Hoover vacuum cleaner with a hose on it, and you invite them in to just come in and vacuum up the debris. Just see this angel divinely sent to come in and vacuum up all that debris, that hurt, that pain that you've held on to. You've kept it within the walls of the heart. But now you are melting, softening, allowing. Continue to scan in your mind's eye and see if there's anywhere else for that angel to go with the vacuum cleaner hose. Once this feels complete, offer gratitude for letting it go. And now for the really, really good part. In the very center of this castle, the most impenetrable part of the castle, is the treasure room. It's been locked away for a long time. Not even you have allowed your conscious awareness to go into the treasure room. There are no windows in the treasure room. So you grab a torch and light it. And you descend down some steps and down a corridor to the treasure room. You open it up and you are amazed. The light glowing from your torch glints off of gold, diamonds, rubies, jewels, all representing the emotional, spiritual treasures that you actually have within your heart that are so beautiful, priceless, limitless. That's right, limitless. Because this treasure is not based on your humanity. So there are no limits to it. This soulful treasure. I'd like you to just visualize the beauty, the splendor, the grandeur of this treasure. And now, for the treasure to really bring its true value and worth, the treasure must be shared. That's right, shared. That means letting others all the way into this castle, into this treasure room. Don't worry, this doesn't mean letting anyone and everyone through. This is where your divinely given intuition comes into place. Whenever you have the opportunity to open your heart to someone or keep it closed, go into prayer and meditation and ask, is this safe? Am I supposed to? Is it for my highest good to allow this other being to come into the inner treasure room of my heart? And this doesn't necessarily even have to be a romantic situation. This could be with a potential new friend, even a colleague at work. As you learn to trust what your intuition is saying, and you allow other beings into your treasure room, they don't all come to just steal your treasure and run away. Some actually come into this inner treasure room to give you more treasure. And you give them some treasure to take with them. And there's this beautiful flow and exchange that makes the treasure room ever more full, ever more bright, ever more beautiful. With your eyes still closed, I'd like you to think of someone in your life, someone around you now, that you feel like maybe it's time to be more open-hearted with. It could even be someone as close as a spouse or a best friend or a sibling that you've not really let into this magical treasure within your heart out of fear. Ask the question, is it for my highest good to allow this person into the inner sanctum, the treasure room within my heart? Just take a pause to sit with that question. And if you hear a yes, take a moment to think about how you can let them in. How you can let them come into that inner treasure room within your heart. And how you can go into the inner treasure room of that person's heart. One more look around this beautiful treasure room. Notice up high on the wall, wood covering what looks like a window frame. As you pull the wood down, a window appears and beautiful sunlight streams into this treasure room, filling it with glinting beautiful light. See very important key people, not just anyone, but people who are near and dear, coming in and mingling in this treasure room and celebrating and laughing and dancing. Just a small group, it doesn't have to be a lot of people. See your inner treasure room being a beautiful gathering place, full of light and love. Now imagine yourself looking at the outside castle fortress. No more razor wire, no more moat, no more armed guards. See the birds flying around, the flowers blooming, the sunlight shining off this former armed citadel is now this glowing, beautiful place full of light and laughter and love. And again, learning to listen to, ask questions of, and trust your intuition is the key to whom you allow into this inner sanctum treasure room. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And thank you for joining me for this meditation. I encourage you to think about ways and put into action ways that you can open your heart to those you know it's safe to open it to. That might include things like looking them in the eye and telling them how meaningful they are to you. Giving little gifts, writing thoughtful notes. There are a myriad of ways to show love and to let them into your heart more and more. May 2019 be a year where you live from your heart, with your heart. with an open heart, not a heart that's afraid, not a heart that's devoted to defense. But allow the intuition and allow the energy shield to put around yourself with things like essential oils, including white angelica, visualizing a sphere, a bubble of violet-colored light around yourself every morning. These are things that can protect you so that your heart is not in protective mode, but feels safe to be open. If you'd like to learn more about this, please feel free to reach out to me. I also want to mention that if you live in Southern California, in February 16th to be precise, I am offering a day retreat that is all about the heart. It is a Saturday. We are going to do some simple, gentle yoga for the heart. You don't have to be a yogi to participate. We are going to do some beautiful guided journaling and guided meditation exercises. I am going to lavish you with raw chocolate made specifically for the heart and with heart-opening ingredients, and a homemade organic lunch. And we are going to do a healing and opening circle just for your heart. It is going to be the most rich, lavish, beautiful day of heart opening you can imagine. So I'd love for you to join me. I'm going to put the link with this video. So much love to you all, and have a blessed, abundant 2019.